EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the Chicago Bears. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. J.J. Nelson now to return. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Benjamin with it over the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit, right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big. And on 3rd and 15, we see the dime look, 6 DBs on the field.
Playing pass all the way.
Green, 39.
From the gun, it's Rosen. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Leonard Floyd in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. They'll begin here with Adams, and he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Detroit!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Watching that, Barney, Barney!
Here's Rosen to throw. Flushed out right. And it'll be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Onto the field now come the Bears. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. They'll run on first down. Adams. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On play action, they'll throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the veteran Antoine Bethea. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. That's an experienced DB picking off a rookie, and you know sometimes those experienced DBs, they love going against the young pups, don't they?
And I go back to the offseason, had a quick conversation with him about, hey, when you play younger quarterbacks, what's it like for you? And he says it's like being a boxer. I give him a lot of different angles, a lot of different looks, and a lot of times I just bait the young guy.
And there he baited him right into the interception. After the interception, here's Rosen. Benjamin's got it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
First carry for Carlos Hyde. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Off the toss, Cohen. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Detroit! Detroit! Leopard! Leopard! Watching that, Barney!
On 2nd down, Hyde. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Carlos Hyde, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. A little juke, and he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field, and it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Out left to Shaheen. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
They'll set up to throw. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards on the play.
With that type of force on contact, as an ex-DB, I expected the ball to come free. I really did. I thought that was going to be an incomplete pass. I've got to admire him catching it, taking the hit, and getting the first down.
Well, anytime on those crossing routes, middle third of the field, you know there's a possibility of a hit like that.
And just think, if you can do that as a receiver, what that does for you and your quarterback's relationship, his confidence in him has got to be super high, and he'll look for him every time on those big third down plays.
Flush to his right. And is caught inside the 5. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Deion Sims, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. And he's got it up and through. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10.
Gone, gone. Hurry up, here we go.
Now a play fake here on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue 90.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Eddie Jackson with a tackle.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Gone! Hurry up, here we go! Blue 90!
Rosen will throw. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And they begin the drive with Abdullah. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Ron Parker. And that was a young pup, the rookie, being intercepted by a veteran DB.
And I loved our quick conversation in pregame with him on the field where he said, hey, look, I love playing these young quarterbacks. They don't know a whole lot yet, so I can use my mind to put me in a position to make a play.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss.
Detroit!
Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. They've got his man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 44-yard line. A huge play there for Arizona. 41 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney!
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Going deep for Benjamin. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Watch it now, Barney! All right, here we go. Blue 90!
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
They'll give it to him up the middle, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage
Here we go
lost.
now. Blue lining. Blue lining. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
3rd and goal, Rosen. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Eddie Goldman. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. And his kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point's not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Over the middle, complete. It's Sims. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On first down, Abdullah. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
The 2nd down run for Abdullah. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains. They go play action here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll drop to throw. Oh, it stays up. Dancing to his left. Room to run inside the 40. And he gets this one down to the 24. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 24. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's going to be caught. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears are in for 6. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. Here comes Nelson. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. A first update now out of Jacksonville. And the Jags, they're out to an early lead there. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now.
On play action, Rosen. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw. And this will be caught at the 30. And give him a gain of 37.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Detroit! Detroit!
Throwing now, Rosen on 1st down. Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Parker, the intended target.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. A dump off for Abdullah. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Gun! 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 Here we go now.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, a chip shot here. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with a Bear. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? you adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep, back over the middle. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the veteran Antoine Bethea. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Detroit! Over!
This is Cohen, and he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Leopard! Detroit!
On 3rd down, Rosen. Going deep here for Parker. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They come out here in the I. They'll let the fullback try and take him home. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
They'll run for it with Hyde. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Rosen. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Leonard Floyd in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And his kick is good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall. That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had the incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Out of the gun now on third down. Escaping the pressure right. Going for a right side here. Complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Back to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and the Cards will take over 1st and 10. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe bashed it.
that. Super toe.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Off the play fake. Here's Rosen. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Akeem Hicks in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. The Cardinals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17.
Now let's go!
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And that is incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They start the drive with Abdullah. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
3-19.
On first down, Adams. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Now a give. This is Abdullah. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Now let's go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Back now at Soldier Field. The Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop. The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Lucky 56.
On 2nd down, Rosen. Flushed out right. And he's got some space here. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Here's Andy Lee now. He's been terrific so far. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. He got 29 yards that time. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it here with Adams. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and they're going to face a third down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Now back to throw. They'll air this one toward Coleman. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go.
On second down, here's Rosen. His throw incomplete. J.J. Nelson, the intended target, and it's third down. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Rosen to throw on second down. Trying to lay one up deep. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. He was looking for Parker that time.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down the score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. On second down now. Adams, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
And some room to roam now. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A handoff to Abdullah. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Again, it's Abdullah. Oh, he's got a little daylight. He's to the 10, and he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Amir Abdullah, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And over the middle, this is Parker. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Now let's go. 3-19.
They go play action. It's Rosen. Flush to his right. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. To give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. His throw caught at about the 5. Touchdown, Cardinals. Martavis Bryant, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals draw a bit closer. So here's a big play for the Cardinals as they'll go for 2.
Patriot! Patriot!
He's back to throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a two-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. Only one timeout defensively, so this should just be a simple kneel down.
I agree totally. I looked at my time management chart. It says take a knee, victory formation. They just have one timeout left, and that should be all she wrote.
By the way, it's a good thing you can read that because nobody else can.
Not with my chicken scratch. Not at all.
Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for the Bears, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll have another home date next week as the New York Giants come to town. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they fall to defeat for the second time this season. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL